Greetings, friends, and welcome back to Grand Adventure. I'm your host, Mark Guido, and this week we're going to be exploring the beautiful area surrounding Quebec City, Canada. So come along. This episode of Grand Adventure is sponsored by eTrailer.com, where you'll find thousands of products for RVing, towing, camping, outdoor recreation, vehicles, boating, and more. Use the link down below in the video description to shop eTrailer with Grand Adventure. To travel to Quebec from our last stop in Montreal, we're taking the Autoroute 20, part of the Trans-Canada Highway that links all 10 Canadian provinces from coast to coast. This is yet another stretch on our Northeastern Tour 2024 that travels through flat, fertile farmland. The 20 stays on the south shore of the St. Lawrence River, but we're going to be camping on the north shore, crossing the river via the Pierre-Laporte Bridge. We're staying about 30 miles west of Quebec City in the farmland surrounding the towns of Pont Rouge and Donnacona, two of the many small towns that dot the landscape along the north shore of the St. Lawrence River. This is where Mrs. Grand Adventure grew up, and most of her relatives still live in this area. We'll visit Quebec City itself a little bit later in this episode, after exploring the area surrounding Pont Rouge first. We'll poach Patricia's aunt's hot tub while they're out of town, as we pause for a moment for a message from our video sponsor, eTrailer.com. Whether you need products for your RV, boat, trailer, vehicle, hunting and fishing, off-roading, and more, our video sponsor eTrailer has you covered. Best of all, you'll find over 100 US-based enthusiast customer service reps ready to help via phone, chat, or email, both before and after the sale. These folks have used themselves the products that you're shopping for, and you won't find a more knowledgeable team anywhere to help you with your outdoor project. Click the link down below in the video description to shop eTrailer.com with Grand Adventure. Visiting this part of Quebec gives us the opportunity to reconnect with Mrs. Grand Adventure's aunts and uncles on a nearly nightly basis. Pont Rouge, population around 10,000, was first colonized around 1769. Its name translates to Red Bridge in English. Transportation had considerable influence on development here, mainly the two bridges across the Jacques-Cartier River and the construction of a Canadian Pacific Railway bridge in 1874. The Moulin Marcoux is an old mill along the river in Pont Rouge that dates to 1870. You can take a free tour of the mill or enjoy one of the numerous concerts, stand-up comedy acts, and art classes that take place here throughout the year. The Royal Bridge over the Jacques Cartier, now called Pont d'Arrêt, allowed the transportation of heavy loads and mail between Quebec and Montreal. This was a toll bridge, and the toll house still stands. Can't visit Quebec without enjoying a bowl of poutine, a heart attack-inducing concoction of hot French fries, brown gravy, and mozzarella cheese curds that sits like a hunk of lead in your stomach. My poutine today is also topped with minced steak and sautéed onions. Yum! My wife's uncle, Jean-Marc, wants to show me the deep gorge carved by the rushing waters of the river right through the center of town. Of course, once again I've donned the wrong footwear for the task. For our week in the Quebec City area, we're staying once again outside the suburbs in the beautiful farmland about 5 miles east of Pont Rouge. This is Camping en Air d'été, where RV camping takes place on an industrial scale. Like many of the campgrounds we'll be visiting across eastern Canada, there's no 50 amp service here. We're paying $346.94 Canadian for our week here, including all taxes and fees for a 30 amp full hookup site, which comes to $36.15 US per night at today's exchange rate. This is another Quebec RV park where seasonal campers far outnumber daily and weekly visitors. The facilities here are as extensive as the campground, including a convenience store and restaurant, basketball courts, a hockey rink, BMX and remote control car courses, and more. One thing about this campground that we personally found insulting is that they charge visitors $13 just to enter the campground to visit friends and family. While that may generate revenue for the campground, it also generated ill will with us. Once again, foul weather is interfering with our filming plans. While the first part of the work week was gorgeous, we're now heading into 4 straight days of rain leading into and including the weekend. But when we come right back, following a quick ad break, we're going to bring you into Quebec City, so stay tuned. Quebec's 2 largest metropolitan areas, Quebec City and Montreal, couldn't be more different. As we shared in last week's Grand Adventure, Montreal is a fast-paced, modern, cosmopolitan city. Quebec, on the other hand, enjoys a strong French influence on both its culture and its architecture, such that it feels like you just stepped off a plane in Europe. Part of Quebec's uniqueness stems from the fact that along with Campeche, Mexico, it's one of only 2 walled cities left in North America. Within the Quebec City's old fortifications lies the neighborhood known as Old Quebec, the original city where cobblestone streets are lined with innumerable boutiques, restaurants, and sidewalk cafes. Explorer Samuel de Champlain founded a French settlement here in 1608, making Quebec City one of the oldest European settlements in North America. The city's landmarks include the Chateau Frontenac Hotel that dominates the skyline, and the Citadel of Quebec, an intact fortress that forms the centerpiece of the rampart surrounding the old city and includes a secondary royal residence. Quebec was the headquarters of many raids against New England during the French and Indian Wars. In 1690, the city was attacked by the English but was successfully defended. In the last of these conflicts, Quebec was captured by the British in 1759, when troops under the command of General James Wolfe scaled these cliffs from the river under the cover of darkness and defeated the French under the command of General Montcalm here on the Plains of Abraham. The Montmorency River plunges to the St. Lawrence here at Montmorency Falls, a popular tourist attraction just a few miles east of Quebec City that garners nearly 1 million visitors every year. This 272-foot tall waterfall is the second highest in Canada. This area is now a provincial park with numerous activities available. An extensive boardwalk system leads visitors along and up alongside the falls. In summer, the park hosts an international fireworks competition with the falls as a backdrop. There's more than one way to the top, aside from climbing this huge stairway. Visitors can ride this Funatel to the top for an additional charge. Or you can simply do what we're doing today and driving. In addition to more sedentary sightseeing, visitors to Montmorency Falls will also find adrenaline-based activities, including this zip line across the top of the falls, or a Via Ferrata route. Atop the falls, Manoir Montmorency traces its history back to 1780, when Prince Edward, Duke of Kent, envisioned a summer retreat here, overlooking the falls. The facility was rebuilt following a devastating fire in 1993. The Manoir's deck would be a captivating place to enjoy lunch or dinner with a view during better weather. So we hope that you've enjoyed visiting the beautiful Quebec City area with us. Now, coming up next week, we're going to be once again violating one of our own RV travel rules, and that is making a huge move to a place called Saint-Anne-des-Monts. It's about 7.5 hours east of here on the southern shore of the Gulf of St. Lawrence. So we're going to get packed up and get ready for a long drive ahead. And if you're not yet a grand adventurer, we'd love to bring you to Saint-Anne-des-Monts. So I can't think of a better time than now for you to go smash that little subscribe button right down there in the lower right-hand corner of your screen, and ring that notification bell to be sure that you never miss a grand adventure, which we premiere every Wednesday evening. We'd also be honored if you shared the channel with your friends, family, and on social media. Understand, it's extremely important to us that if you liked this episode, please be sure to give us a big thumbs up down below. And while you're down below, that's where you're going to find the comment section, where we always love to hear from you each week. So until next week, from Saint-Anne-des-Monts, Quebec, please remember, life is nothing but a grand adventure. We'll see you then.